Hello students, welcome to the platform Code and Create with Neena. So today we are going to learn about the coordinates doing this following activity which you can see on the screen. Now first in this activity we are going to learn about what are continents. Now where do we live? We live in a city or a village, and the city is in a country, and the country is a group of countries make the continents. So these continents have something special in them in the form of maybe a monument or an animal, and in today's activity we are going to see that how we place these so-called monuments or animals in their respective continents with the help of coordinates. And before that we'll see how they are being placed. Now if you see here, we have 7 continents. Asia, if see this, Asia, Australia, Antarctica, Africa, Europe, North America and South America, and the respective monuments or the animals are, like for Asia we have TajMahal, and then for Australia it's kangaroo, which are popping up if you can see. Then for Antarctica it's penguin, Antarctica is famous for penguin. Then we have Africa, which is famous for its pyramids. Then Europe, which is again famous for Eiffel Tower. Then South America, which is famous for a monument named as Christ of Redeemer. Then North America, which is again famous for Statue of Liberty. So in this today's activity we'll learn how to place these all animals and monuments in their respective continents with the help of the coordinates, that is x and y value. Okay, in the last class also I taught you about x and y coordinates, but let's again understand. Okay, let's get started. Now this is the platform where you need to code. Now if you see here, I've already named the activity as continents, because this activity is about continents, placing the monuments and animals on them. So here we name it as continents. Now if we talk about the coordinates, now this is a big play screen on the left hand side, and we know the range of our play screen is from 0 to 400. Now x coordinate mostly works from left to right. If you see, x is 0 at the left and 400 at the right. See, right? And similarly y works from bottom to top, and in the bottom y is 0 and at the top y is 400. So these coordinates range from 0 to 400, and we have to place the monuments and animals in between and putting the value between 0 to 400. So let's get started. I had enlarged it to make you clear. Now I'll make it normal size. Now let's start with giving it a background. Now as this background is of the continents, we do not generally have it in the Studio Code org by default. We had to download that and upload into the Studio Code org from Chrome or Google. In the upcoming classes I'll explain you how you can upload different sprites, the desired sprites from the Chrome or from Google, upload here and use them in your games and by using the Chrome. So this I'll obviously tell you in the upcoming classes, but for now we have already uploaded for you the sprite. Now if first of all I'm going to give you the background, so I click on sprite and get this block, make new sprite. Now as you know, always this bunny comes by default, so I will click on here and find the sprite required. Now here if you see, the continent picture is already being uploaded for us. Here we go. But if you see again, the size is too small, and you know what size of our screen is, 400. So I will go to the sprite section again and get a size block, which is here, set size block. I'll just take that and put it on the screen this way. Now this is bunny default again. I'll choose this picture and make it 400, which will almost cover the screen. See, so this is absolutely wonderfully covered. Now what do we do? Now first of all we are going to place the pins Okay, we are going to place 7 pins on different 7 continents here, and then we are going to replace those pins with the animals and monuments. Let's see how we do that. So for that, pins are also the sprites. So I go to the sprite section and get this make new sprite block. Very simple coding it's going to be there today, and but interesting at the same time. So make new sprite. Again I replace this bunny with the first pin. If you see in the sprite section, we have 7 pins, 1 2 3 4 5 6 of different colors. Now these pins we are going to place on the play screen on the continents. Now the colors we'll choose according to our choice, but we have to make sure that the pins which we choose for different continents, the color contrast should be taken care of. Like for example, if I'm choosing yellow pin, I should not be placing it on yellow continent. It would not be able, we will not be able to see it. So it's important that pins should have a contrast with the color of the continent. So if first I'll take black, so I choose black. See, it comes here, and if you see again, it has come in the middle because location is given as 200 200. Every sprite which we choose is going to have a location 200 200, means it's going to be in the middle, but we have to place it where we want. So in the previous classes I have told you how we can place the sprite on the screen by just clicking on this spoon icon. I'll click on this and I can simply, because it is black in color, it will look good in the pink continent, that is Asia. So I'll just place it over here. See, it has been placed here. Now as it is two-way big, so I'll have to give a size to it to balance the size. So I'll take this block again, set size. Again I want to set the size of a black pin, so I'll choose black, replace bunny with this, and size is 50. Again it's a big one, I'll make it 30. See, now if you see here, I have placed it on the, it's not in the middle. So our we should be placing almost every pin in the middle of the continent. I'll place it again and put it in the middle. See, so it has been placed rightly in Asia. Now the second pin, similarly we can place all rest of the 6 pins too. So we have 2 ways to repeat the code. One, we could copy paste, and the second way, again as usual, we can drag from the block section. But here I will copy paste now because it is the same blocks are going to be used 6 times more. These 2 blocks are going to be used repeatedly 6 times more. So I'll just copy paste. Now how do we copy paste? Now the block which is required to be copy pasted, I'll click on it, and then when once clicked, see the boundary becomes yellow. Now it is ready to be copied. So I'll say Control C. I'll click on Control first and then C, then Control and then V. See, in the keyboard it gets copied. Now I can place it over here. See, this is the second pin, but as I copied it, the pin remains the same, but here obviously I have to change the color. I'll click on this, sprite section comes up, pops up. I'll go in an order so that it doesn't becomes confusing. I'll take all the colors one by one. So the second color is red, so I choose red. See, I took red. Now of course I need to set the size of it. First I'll copy and then I'll place. So again change this to red so that I have to set the size of the red. Now it is being done. Now what the next would be, I have to place it on a continent. So this red I would place it on maybe Australia. Okay, I just place it over here. See, it is being rightly placed. Now the next one, again same procedure. I'm going to click on it and then Control C, Control V, and it gets copied. Now the third pin, which is blue in color, then size of course is required to be taken. Here we go, change it to blue. Now of course we have to place it somewhere. Now blue, I think it should go blue contrast with the orange, that is Africa continent. So I'll place it here. See, nicely placed in the middle of Africa. Now comes the next, again Control C, Control V. So here, where is it? See, it got actually at the bottom, so I'll have to remove this and then set it. So you have to see where that copied block went. So here we go. Now change this to orange this time. Then the set size block again. Similarly, the set size block has to be taken. Don't forget to take the set size block, and don't forget to change the pin here. Most important, you have to keep on changing the pin's color to change the size of the respective pin. So now, and don't also forget to change the location from here. Now orange, I think orange I can put it on South America. Again, it's a contrast color. So next comes again green, change it to green. Again, don't forget to give it a location. Green should be given to maybe Europe. Blue, see, blue, Europe is blue, so this green is coming beautifully contrast color. So see, I placed it over here, beautifully placed. Now the next pin, that is the second last pin. So here we go. Now here we go. So I'll choose this yellow pin over here, change it to yellow, and then place it. Now this yellow would be looking good on North America. Here we go. So it is done. Now the last pin is required to be copied, the block. Last pin is the pink one. It's two-way big. You keep on seeing on the screen so that you don't forget what exactly you have to do. You have to give a size to this pink pin, which is so much big. So here we go. See, it turns small, and now we have to change its location to the continent which is left, that is Antarctica. So I place it over here. So now if you see here, all 7 pins have been placed beautifully on the screen. Now what do we need to do? We need to code that whenever we click on the pin, what should happen? When I click on the pin, the respective monument or an animal should pop up, right? So for that, I would say when I click on the pin, it should get removed, and in place of that, the respective monument or the animal should be placed here, right? So for that, what I'm going to do is, so whenever I need to initiate a change, we go to events. So I want that when the sprite is clicked, so our sprite is a pin. Let's start from this pink one, okay? Or maybe in the same order. Let's start from the black one so that we don't get confused. So when I click on this black pin, now we see that we had placed this black pin on Asia, and Asia's monument is Taj Mahal, right? So I want that when I click on this black pin, this should get removed, and in place of this, Taj Mahal should be placed. So for that, see, when I click on this Taj Mahal, first of all, I have to remove this. So I go to sprite section. We get this remove block. Again, it's bunny default by default. So I just click on this and change it to black pin. And now I want what to be placed here? The Taj Mahal. And Taj Mahal is again a new sprite. So I go to sprite section, get this and put it here. See. So here again I change this to black pin. Sorry, Taj Mahal, because I want this black pin to change to Taj Mahal. This is placed. Again, it's in the center by default. Now here I have to give the location. How do we give the location? See, what is the location of the black pin? 320 is X and 277 is Y. Same thing I have to give for. Here we go. I'll just put this up so that I can see it easily. So here I change the location block. I go to locations. Now this particular block is required to give the location over here. So I drag this block, put it into the workspace here. Now X is how much? For the black pin it is 320. 320, and you will see it is rightly and exactly placed on the black pin location. So it is, and Y is 277. See, so this is would be placed here, but that is going to be, if I just show you, when I click on run and when I click on this black pin, see, it gets placed here, but it is again two-way big, so I have to give a size to this as well. So I will again go to the sprite section and give a size to Taj Mahal as well, because it is two-way big. So set size block of Taj Mahal, I choose Taj Mahal here and give a size 50. I think is appropriate. So I again can check by clicking on run. So every time when I have to check the code whether it is getting executed right or not, I click on run. So I click on run, and then I click on this black pin for which I have coded. So when I click on this, see what happens. On the exact location I can see Taj Mahal. So isn't that beautiful? Okay, one thing more we can do here is to make it more interesting, I can add sound as well to this. So sound block is in the world section, so that when I click, there's some beautiful sound being made. So I can go to the digital page. Just a 1 second sound I can have here. Maybe some digital sound of 1 second. No, this is not good. I mean, no. Okay, let's have a bell sound. That is more interesting. Wow, this one is good. So see, okay, let's check again and then we'll move forward. Here we go. Wow, see? So similarly, we are going to place the rest of the 6 animals and monuments, right? So let's get continue. So here, now we again have 2 ways by copy pasting. So this whole process is going to be repeated 6 times more. So you have 2 ways. You can either copy all these codes, or you can again bring from the block section, but I think it will be easier to just keep on copying. So first I'll start with this block. I copy this. When clicked, now this time again just remain in the order so that you don't get confused. After black pin you have a red one. Okay, then use sound block also. You can always repeat or copy. Then comes remove. We have to remove this red pin so that we can place the respective animal over here. Now make a new sprite. Just check what sprite we have to place. Now this is actually a red pin is on Australia, and Australia is known for the animal. It's famous for its animal kangaroo, right? So I choose here kangaroo. Okay, then of course I should not be forgetting to give it a size. So here I go, I give it a size, kangaroo, and most importantly I have to give the location of the red pin. See, so location of the red pin is X is 363 and Y is 182. So if you forget to give the location, it will not be placed at the exact location of the pin, so you don't have to forget. So now this is complete. Now this code is complete. I changed the pin, then I removed the pin, I made a new sprite of kangaroo, gave a location without forgetting, and then I also gave the size to the animal. Okay, so here now we can check by running the code again. So if I click on this red pin, see, beautifully placed exactly on the pin. So now we can do the next. So we move on to the next. Again, same procedure. I'm going to keep on copying. So copying would make the code easier because it's the same code. If it would have been the different one, then I would have gone to the block section. But for rest of the all 5 5 codes, we have to do the same coding. So I can always copy paste. So Control C, Control V. I think it is being copied. No, it's not being copied properly. So I'll just click on it. Control C, Control V. See. So make sure that you do that. First, I think we should be copying all codes and then we can make the tweaks. Then we'll not be confused. Now here we go. So let's start from changing the color, which is the next one, that is blue. Here we change it to blue. Now check where is the blue. Blue is for Africa, and Africa is known for its pyramids. So I will change here the sprite from kangaroo to pyramids, and then I'll change the location. The blue pin location given here is, here we go, it's X is 228 and Y is 220. See, 220. And here also you need to change it to pyramid to change the size of the pyramid. Again go to run and check. Beautifully placed. 3 are coded. We are left with 4. Again copy paste, same procedure keeps on going till we end up doing all. So sound, which makes it beautiful, remove the pin, make a new sprite, set the size of the sprite, make the tweaks. After blue we have orange. I'll change the pin to orange. Now if you see on the screen, orange is for South America, and South America, Christ of Redeemer, we have a monument. So I'll change this to Christ of Redeemer. And of course we need to change the location, which we should not be forgetting at all. So let's go and see what's the location for the orange pin, which is 134 and 200. So 134 is X and 200 is Y. Let's check. Beautifully done. So it's getting interesting. Now we come to the next. Keep on copying and placing them in proper order so that it looks good. All the codes should be placed properly so that coding is neat and clean. You yourself don't get confused. Place them in proper order. Remove. Make a new sprite. Control C, Control V helps you to copy paste the codes, make the coding easier. If they are same, you can always copy paste. Now we change this orange pin to the green. Now if you go back to this screen and you see that green pin is for Europe, and Europe is known for its Eiffel Tower. So here I choose the Eiffel Tower. Here we go. Eiffel Tower has been chosen rightly. Now we give it a location, which is a green pin's location is 224 for X, and Y is 288. Rightly done. And let's check. Keep on checking so that you know that you are coding correct, right? See, it's being placed beautifully over here, right? Now we are left with just 2, which is South America and North America, and of course in that we are left with 3. So let's do, okay, again copy pasting is supposed to be done. Keep on doing, making things easier for you. You can always bring, if you want, if you're not comfortable with copy pasting, you can bring it from block section. That is also equally good. Whatever you feel like doing, you can always do that. Okay, let's move this. Okay, so here we go. I'll put this over here. Change the pin from green to yellow, and if you see here, yellow is for North America, which is known for Statue of Liberty. So here I'm going to change this to Statue of Liberty. Here we go, Statue of Liberty, and then of course changing the location of the yellow pins. Let's see what's the location of the yellow pin. You can scroll up and check. So location of yellow pin is, it's X is 78 and Y is 283. X is 78 and Y is 273. Let's check. Beautifully placed. So now we can always check. Okay, we are left with one, that is South America. So I'm going to copy paste this. Let's drag it over here. Wait. You can sometimes, when you copy it, it gets underlapped. So we have to remove the code and get it. Okay, you can always check at the bottom. If it is gone, you can bring it up and then you can do it. So last code, I think it is last code. Here we go. So now the pin is pink one, pink. Pink is for Antarctica, right? We somewhere we I think had given it remove this pin, so it's for Antarctica, and Antarctica is known for penguin. So I'll select penguin here, and the respective location of the yellow or pink pin, which is 243 and 57. 243 and 57. Here we go. Okay, so now this code is complete. For all the pins, code is complete. Now we can go to run and check whether it is being running properly or not. Let's start from the yellow pin, that is North America. When I click on North America, you get Eiffel Tower, and then from South America you get Christ of Redeemer. Then for green pin, that is Europe, you have Eiffel Tower. Then for Africa, pyramids, it's famous for. Then you have TajMahal for Asia, and then Australia, you see kangaroo here. Then Antarctica, you have penguin. So that is being beautifully designed and beautifully coded. And I hope you have learned how to code, how to place the pins and their respective monuments and animals in their respective continents with the help of X and Y coordinates. So the concept of coordinates, I hope, is very much clear to you. So see this video properly before doing the activity by yourself. Repeatedly, 2-3 try and just see it carefully, watch it, and then start doing by clicking on the link which is given in the description box. Click on it and you will be directed to this screen where you can start the coding right away. And I hope you do it well and you've understood the concept, you enjoy the class. Thank you so much, and we'll meet in the next class. Bye bye for now. Thank you.